Hi everyone. For this year's Culture Lab, we're bringing you something a little bit different from Wexford County Council. My name is Liz Burns and I'm the Arts Officer with Wexford County Council. And I'm here in the studio with Tamara Gangus, the Culture Night Coordinator, and Alanna, Hammel, one of the participants and organisers of an event in Culture Night. So just to give you a little bit of information about Culture Night, it's been going 18 years. It's a hugely successful initiative that was set up by the department initially and is now a partnership between the Arts Council and the 31 local authorities in the country. Wexford County Council has been very, very proactive in terms of Culture Night. It's really grown in the past 5 to 6 years in particular. The whole idea around Culture Night is really to offer a free night of culture for everyone in the county to experience. So it kicks off around 4 p.m. and you're inviting the public to go try something new, experience something new in the arts. It's where cultural venues, arts venues, historic sites, castles, everything open up their places for Culture Night to encourage you to come along and try something new. And really, the message of Culture Night is, I guess, that we want you to support culture all year round and to come out for Culture Night, try something new, and then bring your family, bring your kids along, go to events and support your artists in your community and buy tickets for different events. So Culture Night should be all year round, really. So this is really a gesture to say, see what's happening in your county. There's loads happening in Wexford and in all the 5 municipal districts. In Enniscorthy, in Gorey, in Wexford Municipal District, in New Ross and in Rosslare. So I'm here to chat to Tamara. Tamara Gangus is the coordinator for Culture Night. Tamara, can you tell me a little bit first about what's happening in Culture Night, and then Alanna, we can we'll be talking a little bit about your particular event.
Yeah, sure. There's loads of events happening as usual. We have events happening in all 5 districts, as I said. In Wexford Town, they start around 4 o'clock, and we have open studios in the Creative Hub. The artists will be there on hand, so you can have a chat to them, see what their work is like. And we have an event that's happening in the Wexford Library. That's from 5 o'clock, and they have beautiful harp players coming into the library, and there's going to be an exhibition in photography. And we have music happening, so in all the venues. So we have the Opera House will have a variety of performances from 6 till 9. We have the Arts Centre has 2 cabarets on. They have an exhibition, a late opening of their exhibition with an artist talk, and then pop-up performances throughout the town. Gorey, similarly, there'll be pop-up performances throughout the town. All the book cafe will have their culture club happening. And the Gorey School of Art will be open for taster workshops that you just pop down there with your family, and they have screenings as well in their cinema. The Gorey Art Collective will have open studios, all the galleries will be open, and arch dancing in the shopping centre. So this is just there's loads happening in Gorey as well.
Sounds great, and I know the programme was expanded usually in Gorey this year. And there's also a lot happening in Enniscorthy. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, Enniscorthy the castle will be open late. I think it's from 4 till 8, but check on the website. And they're doing the living history, so you'll be able to interact with live performers on the night to have a kind of a chat with historic figures, so Aidan Gray and other Norman knights and things like that. So that's kind of family friendly event. And then in the Arts Centre we have 2 sketching events. So we have one for all age, kind of 14 years and up into adults, and that will be from 4 o'clock. And then there'll be a late night sketching event, which will be drag and draw. So there'll be a drag performer coming in, and you can sketch, and that be open from 9 till 11. So it's something a bit different.
Brilliant. That sounds really, really eclectic mix for everyone. Historical, but also very much artist driven as well. And can you tell me what's happening in Rosslare district as well? I think Johnstown Castle, do you have events open?
Yep, so the Johnstown Castle have 2 tours. One at the 4:30 one still has booking available. There's maybe 1 or 2 spots on the later tour, but that was very popular. And then we have, for the first time, new participants, and we have a comedy club happening at Halfway House in Ballycogley. That's from 9 o'clock. So you can... Eric Lawler is the headliner there, but this is a special guest as well, so that's going to be really interesting. And then we have McCall's Community Centre. We have a community event happening down there based on the music of Delia. Perfect.
Great. And do we have a couple of new initiatives opening up in New Ross? I hear there's a new arts venue in New Ross. Can you tell us a little bit about that? There's stuff going on in the Norman Garden as well, pump-up music performance.
There is, yeah. So we have the new art venue, the Decentral Space in New Ross and Priory Street. and they're going to do their sunset sketch event. So that you come in and it's a guided sketching event for I think it's 2 hours, and you just learn how a bit more about sketching and kind of the health benefits as well of sketching. All the materials be provided, but you do have to book it on Eventbrite. And then we have there's be an exhibition then afterwards as well of the artwork, so you can kind of pop in and see if you're about your family and friends. And then the pop-up performance will be at the gardens, and there'll be singers there, and there's some audience participation as well. So if you want to go in, Hammel sing song, it'll be in the garden.
Brilliant. And I think the weather is looking good for Friday, so I think we can be optimistic. I think we're going to have a lot of stuff outdoors in the Bullring Mall of Wexford Town and South Square, and again outdoors. And there's a huge programme in all the libraries in each district, and just to highlight that as well, there's an amazing programme of events. And not to forget the Hook Lighthouse. We have a special commission project. Can you tell me a little bit about that? That's taking place on Culture Night as well.
Yes, that's a really exciting project. With Danny Gill curated a project. It's the Lighthouse Project, and it have artists Sasha Terfus and Richard Carr, and they've kind of created an ambient sound walk through the lighthouse with her and with Sasha performing on the night with a backing track with basketball musicians. So that's going to be really good. It is sold out, unfortunately.
Sold out.
So those lucky people that got tickets, yeah, there'll be something really.
Yeah. There's also quite a lot of those food tastings and different tours that are happening in the Book Lighthouse as well, I think, on Culture Night. So if you don't get tickets for those events, you might be able to walk, to save some of the other events.
Yeah, it'll be over till 8 o'clock for anyone who's in the area and wants to just pop down for coffee. And yeah.
Okay, great. And there's quite a youth focus for this year's Culture Night. You know, there's a New Ross Youth, they're showing a lot of their films in New Ross. There's the Yellow Bellies from Music Generation are going to be performing in St. Peter's Square. There's quite a youth focus, and I suppose now it's time to come to you, Alanna. So you're doing a youth poetry slam in Bonnie's book, Red Books, in Peter's Square. So this sounds great. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about this poetry slam?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Alanna Hammel. I'm the editor of the Wexford Bohemian, and I organise a lot of events around Wexford Town and beyond in the areas. And for Culture Night, myself and Deirdre McGarry were organising a youth poetry slam. So it's for poets aged 13 to 19. It's a great opportunity for them to perform. There's a cash prize involved. It was all thanks to Anne Hendrick, who came up with the idea from Poetry Ireland. I'm extremely grateful. And promoting young people's art, promoting young people's work is huge for me. I'm 21. When I look at people that are only a few years younger than me, there was never really that when I was coming. So it's great to give them a platform. And I mean, Red Books, they all love it. There's even Wexford Youth Literary Society, which meets every Saturday in Wexford, in my books, and they're just fantastic. Great young people that have an interest in literature, an interest in reading and writing and creating. So it's great. Read.
And how many? I think you mentioned you got 13 young people.
Yeah, and it could even be more now, which is huge. You know, and like with that number, we're able to focus on their poems, focus on your performances. Your performances can be from between 2 to 5 minutes, so there's no pressure for them to go up and talk all evening. And I'm really excited to hear what they'll be reading about. There's no theme, there's nothing they have to follow, so it's completely out of their head.
Brilliant. So I think that sounds amazing, and I'd encourage anyone to come along to that if you get a chance. It sounds like a great initiative. And are you a writer yourself?
I am, and yeah. So hopefully I can give them the look of it.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and I suppose that's really what culture is about. It's trying to make Culture Nights about making art accessible to everyone, and it's great to see a whole new generation of young people as well taking part in Culture Night. There's about, I think, I was chatting to Tamara, I think we have over 50 events happening throughout the county, probably many more. So Tamara, how can we find out about all these events?
Yes, so the easiest way is to go onto the Culture Night website, www.culturenight.ie/Wexford, and then that'll kind of show you all the events happening in the county. And you can search for your area if you're in Galway or in Scorthy as well, but the Wexford, if you have /Wexford, that'll show you all the events happening. And you can also go on to Facebook on the County Wexford Culture Night Facebook page, or the Arts Department has shared the kind of programme, so you can just have a look there, maybe save the photograph of the timetable and take it along as you go out. Yeah.
Great, so it's this Friday, 22nd of September, from 4 till late. So I'd encourage everyone to take a look at what's happening in your county and in Wexford and in the district. Thanks, Tamara, and thanks, Alanna.
Thank you.